certain type of swag that we have of accustomed to seeing over the last 3 years. I don't see that type of drip. I don't see that type of emotions on the field. I know when something's going on.
Perk. Listen, bro, you schooling me because it crossed my mind. But sometimes when we in the middle of the season, we always thinking in the prism of it's going bad on the field, so that's why it looked like that.
Mm.
But to your point, man, because I just said this about Carson Wentz. Last night, when Carson Wentz played the 49ers, it looked like he was having fun for the first time in 4 years.
Yeah.
Playing football.
Yes.
Right? So to your point with Pat, man, every after, first of all, losing, you know how that go. That suck.
Right.
Like it take a lot out of you because so much preparation go into trying to win games. See, this is the thing, like in the NFL, man, and I think the reason why the game is so popular is because you don't have a lot of room for error. And then as players, you spend 6 days of the week preparing to play for 3 hours to hope that you get the right outcome, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you don't get that outcome and you've been accustomed to getting that outcome so much, the mental part of the game start to get to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some digging, man. I'm going to research that.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to research that.
I'm telling you, man, mentally, he don't look engaged. And when I saw yesterday when I was watching the game yesterday and watching them get smacked up, and I'm like, you know what? Kansas City about to make a drive. And I'm watching him overthrow Travis Kelce.
Yep.
Who two that have a chemistry that's one of the best in the NFL, right? It was about three miscommunications on the passes, whether he overthrew them or threw it too low or something to that nature. I said, you know what? This has nothing to do with Patrick Mahomes' skill set.
He's still got skills.
Yeah, something is not right, and he's not engaged, and it has something to do that he might be dealing with outside of the game of football.
Yeah, look, I don't want to make no assumptions, but you're a first-time father. That's one thing that happened in the offseason. You dealt with the injury last year on your foot. I want to remind people, Patrick Mahomes was talking about going undefeated before the season started.
He did say that.
So there's a lot of, to your point, Perk, that's why I love being on the podcast with you, dog, because I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking in football context. But to your point, man, like so much of the mental, especially for that position, and especially when you got the type of pressure he got on him, dude, they gave him $500 million.
Yeah, but he worked every penny.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes. No
doubt.
No.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But in his mind, that's another added pressure because when they gave him that contract, it was saying, Pat, you taking us to the promised land consistently, right? So it's a lot of, to your point, man, I'm going to do some digging, man. I'm going to reach out to my folks, because we got folks, Perk. That's what they don't know. We got folks.
We don't have people. We got folks.
We got folks, man. So I'm going to try to find out if it is anything. But to your point, man, he looked dejected, bro. And I was just focused on the football part of it. And when you're not having success and when you're not experiencing the type of things that you've been doing for your entire career, you can look down in the dumps. But to your point, the engagement, think about this, and we're going to end this. Think about Patrick Mahomes on the sideline against the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl, down, walking up and down the sideline, telling his team, I got us. To your point.
That's what I'm saying. Think about, and one more thing. Think about this. The Texans had them down how many points in that one season?
24.
And what was Patrick Mahomes doing down that sideline again?
Working.
I'm not seeing that right now, bro.
I'm
not seeing that right now. And that right there, look, that right there is something else going on. But my thing is I'm telling you, go do your digging. I know you will.
I gotta dig, man. Speaking of team chemistry, speaking of team chemistry and leadership, hey, can you tell me what the hell happened with Dwight and AD, please? What happened, Perk? You can't. I know you can't disclose the details, but tell me what a sideline situation like that is like when you got two players that really can. They said the right things after the game. Perk, are they straight?
You know what? I didn't even give a damn, and I didn't even hear what they said after the game. See, this is the thing, right? People, one, and you know this, need to stop overreacting. You know why? You know why? Because when I was in the midst of playing with the Celtics, we had scraps. We had fights.
Like hands?
Yeah, like hands. We threw hands. Matter of fact, it got so bad, Doc was like, all right, look, y'all got to stop all this. And
Perk,
so,
who you fought? Perk, you had a fight? Who you fought?
Yeah, you know, me and Leon had a little scuffle. Me and Big Baby. But me and Big Baby ain't go blows because me and Big Baby kind of like, you know, we like me and you, but not like me and you.
Yeah.
So, you know, even one time, you know what I mean, Rondo and Ray had beef. I bought a set of boxing gloves there, and they duked it out in the weight room. So let me let the people know that sometimes it's okay. We got to remember the White House.
You can't tell me Rondo and Ray Allen had a boxing match and not tell me who won.
Rondo put
them hands on.
Yeah, Rondo put the.
Rondo looked like he got some hands.
Yeah, Rondo put them paws on Ray. And it was a lot building up. He put them paws on Ray. But look.
You know what's so beautiful about what you did, man? You just own your truth. That is game. That's free game we're going to give all the time. Now, man, who'd ever thought in the year 2000 when I met a young Perk.
Oh, they're going to be mad at this.
That we would end up October 23rd, 2021, doing a podcast together after successful careers in our respective sports. Myself, Swagoo in the NFL, Big Perk, NBA champion for the Boston Celtics. Made a lot of money, Perk. I was jealous you made so much money playing basketball, too.
I mean, I still was born 10 years too early. And then, look, check this out, big bro. You know we got to keep it real, right? It's October 25th, 2020.
Oh, it's the 25th? Okay.
Nah, but you good. I mean, we work so many days out throughout the week talking our good talk, so I don't really keep up with the days. I just happen to glance down at my phone, and I know I leave tomorrow, so I already knew what the date was. But you good, though. Keep going, big bro.
Well, that's what, I mean, honestly, though, that's what the podcast's about. You having my back and me having yours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But let me tell our fan, like, listen, man, ESPN decided that Perk and I should have a podcast. And when I was like, Big Perk want to do one? I was like, oh yeah, let's go. So there's similarities. Let me intro us and then we're gonna get right to it, Perk. I'm from Louisiana, Perk from Texas. Grew up, similar backgrounds, similar life lessons taught on the way up. We've been knowing each other way before the TV thing even happened. Before we even knew we were going to do a TV thing, we've been knowing each other. We have mutual acquaintances, mutual coaches. So this ain't just, oh man, Swagoo and Perk, two dudes from the South, they should get a podcast together. I've been knowing Little Big Bro for a long time, man. Listen,
we've been knowing each other. Look, Spears, we've been knowing each other, Swagoo, before we even knew what we were going to be in life.
No doubt.
How about that? How about that? How about that?
I respect the fact that you did it your way, man. And that's why I'm so happy that we got this podcast together. Because we're going to try to make some music, man. I know, podcasts, we talking, but we're going to make music. We're going to have good lyrics. We're going to have good beats. We're going to have good vocals. We got sound people that's going to make sure we look good, sound good, all of that. But Perk, for the premise of not wasting time, while we're talking about being from Louisiana and Texas, let's actually stay down south, all right? Because I know you got a lot on your mind about the Pelicans and Zion Williamson and how that correlates to some other guys that I'm not going to mention. I'm going to let you dive into that. So go and talk your talk, man, because I want to talk to you about this.
Hey, look, first of all, let me tell you something, all right? I played in New Orleans for 1 year, okay? And outside of basketball, it was my favorite city, all right? You know what I mean? I'm 6'10". Right now, I will not tell the world what I weigh because I'm a little embarrassed of that. So that's not y'all business, okay?
Me neither.
That's for me to know and for you to find out, which you will never will, but that's neither here nor there. And when I was in New Orleans, we wasn't winning. And one thing I had to be strict about as far as my basketball career was my diet. But I wasn't strict in New Orleans. Because you know why? Because you know why? You got all the most sweet old ladies.
I know.
That's coming to you and saying, hey, Big Perk, baby, I got this crawfish etouffee, baby. You want some of this fried gator? You want some of this fried gator? And then you get the fried gator, you get the crawfish etouffee over that dirty rice or white rice, whichever rice you prefer is your preference. I do them both, okay? I want both of them. And so then they top it off with the ooey gooey cake, okay? The ooey gooey cake. And they wrap
Perk,
up.
what you doing, bro? This is the first podcast, bro. And you about to make me walk out of here and go find something to eat.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm diving into it because I know what the atmosphere and the hospitality is like down there in New Orleans, which is transitioning to what I want to talk about in the person and the organization that I want to talk about in Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans.
I know where you're going. Go ahead. I want to hear. Preach, Pastor.
Man, you know what? Zion Williamson is a special talent. I believe he's box office.
Yeah.
I believe he has all the makings to be a superstar in this league. Matter of fact, before he even got to the NBA, I said that it could have been a strong possibility that he actually could have been the face or still could be the face of the NBA. But now I have my doubts. And the reason I have my doubts is the same damn questions we were asking about or questioning Zion about before he got drafted.
And
3 years down the line, we have those same questions. And the question is availability. The availability shouldn't be the new thing that fall under skill set because that matters. Availability matters, okay? How much are you going to be available? And since Zion has came into the NBA, he's been hurt. All lower body injuries, right? That has something to do with his weight. Yeah. And I looked at him right now. You see the photos going around. Right now, he's too big, man. And he's carrying that weight. And I'm sitting up here saying to myself, who is in his corner?
Yeah.
Who's in this corner? It's too much going on. You heard about the situation that happened at Duke with the money situation he was taking. Now he's in New Orleans. New Orleans, he's having surgery, can't keep his weight down. Who is in his corner telling him what he needs to hear and not what he want to hear?
Or get a young G some advice, man. Like tell him what he needs to do. Tell him who he should be seeking out. Like what players in the NBA should he be talking to, trying to figure out how to transform their bodies? I'm looking at Jason Tatum. He transformed his body this offseason. I'm looking at AD. He put muscle on, so he could try to stay healthy. Who are some of them dudes? Is it any trainers behind the scene that y'all swear by in them NBA circles?
Yeah, let me tell you something. It's one person, if I was Zion Williamson, that I would reach out to and ask for advice and ask him to be my mentor and big brother. And you know who that one person is? LeBron James.
James.
And here I am. me and LeBron came in at the same time, 2003. We both went in the same class, Mickey D's class together and all that. I done started a whole nother career, and this man is still this man is still playing and playing at an extremely high level, Swagoo. So when I say that, I say that because LeBron James invests $2 million a year into his body. LeBron James is also the first player ever to make $1 billion while playing the game of basketball.
Yeah.
And if I'm Zion, a guy that's on the superstar type level, I would be calling and blowing LeBron up about how to handle and be a professional and take care of my body. Now I'm gonna go back to another thing. On draft night, Zion went #1 and Ja Morant went #2. And I told the world on draft night, I said, hey, if I'm in the front office of the Pelicans, I will strongly consider drafting Ja Morant #1.
You sure did.
I tried to tell him. Now you see it right now on the internet. Oh, should the Pelicans have drafted Ja Morant? Yeah, they should have drafted him. You know why? Because 1, availability. 2, he's a generational talent. And you have to watch it. He has the athleticism of Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
He has the handles of a Kyrie Irving. And he has the craftiness and passing ability of a Rajon Rondo. And he is a winner. He didn't change the culture in Memphis. They went to the playoffs. And I know you got something to say, so I'm gonna let you say it because I'm done. But look, Zion, I'm gonna tell you this, man. If you want to get it together, it's okay to go follow greatness. Forget what everybody else is saying. 100%. Go follow greatness, man. Reach out to somebody that's gonna help you and tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. Go ahead, Swagoo.
Perk, I'm glad you said that, man. That is game. That's free game we're gonna give all the time. Cause you and I have talked about, we want these young cats to see they bag, man, and have longevity, have careers where they can transform it into something else. Here's my thing, man. When I hear you talk about Zion, because I can't listen to you talk about that without talking about for myself and a lot of guys, man, we just generationally don't know proper eating habits.
Come on.
Right? We don't know, we don't learn until we get to college damn near of, you know, we got the food pyramid in elementary school. Drink milk, eat cheese, get strong bones. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up in that generation of, and then, you know, Zion from South Carolina, and it's soul food, Southern cooking.
Come on.
Which is a lot of rice, a lot of gravy, a lot of bread. You eat meat every meal.